Hello guys, thank you for clicking on this video. This is going to be a video all about why I never ever co-wash my hair anymore, and I'm also going to be sharing why I now very rarely, very infrequently deep condition my hair. I'm going to explain the reasons why I no longer co-wash and why I very infrequently deep condition by using my personal and natural hair journey story. Because when I made the changes that I'm going to be speaking about, my hair flourished. So I am so certain that the changes that I made, so cutting out co-washing and reducing deep conditioning, are the reasons why my hair flourished. At the end, I will also be sharing my two favorite deep conditioners, pretty much the only two deep conditioners that I use. And although I don't use co-washes anymore, there were a few that I found better at the time that I was using co-washes. So I will also share that for the people who do use co-washes. Okay, so my natural hair journey and co-washing. So going back about 5 to 6 years now, my hair, it was fully curly, fully natural, but I maybe had like tiny bits of heat damage, but only something that I would notice, nothing like very obvious or anything super noticeable. So I was following hair tutorials that I was seeing online. So I was following the methods that girls were using, the products that girls were using. I was trying to find girls who I thought had the same hair type as me and following their recommendations. That's another thing actually. When are we all gonna agree to throw the hair typing system in the bin? It's time for us to get rid of that shit. The hair typing system, I personally think it's absolute trash. Actually, let me not say that, because I know some people do find it useful, and if you do find it useful, I encourage you to continue using it. But for me personally, it just completely confused me even more, and it just did not help my natural hair journey. It did not help me learn my hair. If anything, it had the opposite effect and made it harder. But that is a whole other topic for a whole other video. Let me know if you do want me to do a video on that. So yeah, I was following the advice of the girls I was watching online. At the time, the advice across the board was pretty much only shampoo your hair every other wash day, or maybe even once a month, and co-wash all the other times, and deep condition every single time you wash your hair. That was the advice that I was seeing. That was the advice that I was following, because it seemed like back then the only advice that you could really get about your hair, or the only advice that I was really finding, was that you need to give your hair as much moisture as physically possible and reduce stripping any sort of moisture or any oils or anything from your hair. So yeah, that's what I was doing. I was co-washing majority of the washes, and then I was shampooing maybe once a month, and I was deep conditioning every single time I washed my hair. My hair felt horrible, basically. It was limp. My curls weren't popping as I knew they had the potential to pop. Products that used to work really well for me were not working for me anymore, and I was like, why is this product that I love just not working? My hair felt really dry, even though I was doing everything, well, I thought I was doing everything in my power to keep it moisturized. So I was like, what is going on? I was super frustrated. I didn't enjoy doing my hair. I didn't like my hair because I felt like I was caring for it so well and doing everything that I should have been doing, and I wasn't getting the results that I was expecting. So after some time, I can't remember exactly how long, but there was like quite a chunk of time where I was feeling like this. So after some time, I was like, okay, what I'm following obviously isn't working, so I'm gonna ditch the online advice, do my own experimenting, my own trial and error, and see if I can figure this thing out by myself. The first change that I made was ditching the co-washing. So yeah, I stopped the co-washing completely. I didn't reduce it, I just completely cut it out, and I started shampooing my hair every single time I washed my hair. Back then, like 5-6 years ago, that was like such a shocking thing to do in the natural hair community, to be shampooing your hair every single time you washed your hair. You must be mad. I was one of those mad people. I remember I shared it on my Instagram at the time, and people were like genuinely concerned for the health of my hair. People were actually concerned. I was getting comments and DMs like, are you sure? Is your hair not gonna be super dry? Isn't your hair gonna break? all this kind, isn't your scalp going to be really itchy and unhealthy and dry and all this kind of stuff. People were shocked by it, by the fact that I was ditching the co-washing and I was shampooing every single time I washed my hair. But it's because at that time, the majority of the advice that you could find online is that shampoos are bad, stay away from shampoos, they strip your hair, it's gonna be dry and all this kind of stuff. It's actually crazy the difference between the advice that you had then to the massive amounts of advice that you can get now. So yeah, the natural hair community and the advice available has come so far, which I'm very, very thankful for. So yeah, I started shampooing every single time I washed my hair, and at first I was still deep conditioning every single time I washed my hair. So at that time, my wash day routine was shampoo and deep condition. And I was doing this roughly once a week. Even with just that one change, so even with cutting out the co-washing, my hair felt so different, so much better already. Products that used to work had started working for me again. My curls looked better. They still weren't as good as I knew they could be, but they were noticeably better. And the texture of my hair just felt nicer. Like my hair just felt better overall. And looking at the time, I kind of didn't directly realize until I kind of got over all of these problems that I was having. But looking back now, the improvements I saw were because my hair was actually being cleaned, because I was actually shampooing my hair. Co-washing, I'm sorry, but I personally don't think that co-washing washes your hair effectively. Your hair is not clean after you use a co-wash. Co-washes definitely have their place, and I understand why people do use a co-wash for like a mid-week refresh, but sometimes I hear of people that are using co-washes to actually wash their hair. I don't think you should be using it to wash your hair, because personally, I don't think it's cleaning your hair. Your hair still has product on, it still has oils and stuff built up from your scalp, it still has dirt. Co-washing does not clean your hair. So the improvements that I was seeing was because my hair was finally actually being cleaned every week. Like, the comparison was so obvious. I was getting rid of all product buildup from the week before, all scalp build up, all dirt was being removed every single time I was washing my hair. So then every wash day, I was starting on a nice clean slate. I was starting on fresh hair that was ready to take in some more products. So then when I was using my moisturizers and my stylers, they were actually, like, my moisturizers could actually absorb into my hair because it wasn't being blocked by old product that had been layered on before, that hasn't been removed by the co-wash. My stylers were actually doing what they were supposed to do, because again, they're not being applied on top of old product, so they could actually activate my curls and clump my curls together without having a barrier between the fresh product and my actual hair. And because my hair was clean and wasn't weighed down with old product and old dirt, my curls were just popping. They felt more lightweight, I had more volume, more movement. It was obvious that my hair was just dirty before. Like, it never looked dirty, it never smelled dirty, so it wasn't like obvious that my hair was dirty. Like, no one would ever be like, oh my god, Abbie, your hair is so dirty. But it was, the co-washing wasn't removing everything that I needed to remove. So then when I did start shampooing, I could see the obvious difference. So since then, a co-wash has not touched my hair. Co-washing, it is a no from me. I know I've just completely shat all over co-washes, but if it works for you, stick with it. Don't try and fix something that isn't broken. With me, something was broken, and the thing that was broken was the fact that I was using co-washes. So yeah, if it works for you, continue to use them. But if you are experiencing similar problems to what I was experiencing, then I would highly recommend considering cutting out co-washes if that is part of your current hair routine. Okay, so my hair journey and deep conditioning. Let's get into why I have considerably cut down how often, how frequent I deep condition my hair. Moisture overload is a thing. Moisture overload is very much real. It is very much a real thing, and I was suffering from it, so trust me, I know. So I was over moisturizing my hair. Deep conditioning my hair every single week was way too intense for my hair. I know that wouldn't be the case for everyone, and I know some people kind of depend on deep conditioning every single week, but for me, doing that every week was too much for my hair. My hair could not handle it. and it was telling me that. My hair was literally screaming like, Abbie, please stop putting all this moisture onto me. And I finally learned to listen. After I stopped co-washing, my hair was better, but it still wasn't as good as what I knew it could be, or it still just didn't feel quite right. Like the volume, like there wasn't really much volume, there was no movement. Like, I mean, my hair's in a puff, but all this movement that I've got now, back then, that was not happening. When my hair was overloaded with moisture, it was just limp. Like, you see how my puff is kind of like standing up and it's nice and round, and the curls are all separate and like doing what they want to do. With moisture overload, it's just like this would all just be hanging flat. It felt like mushy almost, like it didn't feel lightweight and nice. Like, you know, when you deep condition, you expect your hair to feel all nice and soft afterwards. When I was deep conditioning, my hair just didn't feel soft as I would expect it to after deep conditioning. So yeah, I was kind of like, I don't even know what made me think, okay, my hair is feeling like this, so I need to stop deep conditioning. I don't think I knew that that is what worked, but I was just doing trial and error. So the first thing that I wanted to trial was not deep conditioning my hair, and it happened to be the thing that worked. So yeah, I decided to stop deep conditioning my hair. So then I was using normal, like, rinse out conditioners. So then my wash day routine was to shampoo and condition my hair using a normal conditioner that you rinse out pretty much straight away, and that was my hair routine. So that was my wash day routine, sorry, and then I get out the shower and then continue on with my styling. So that is what I was doing, and I did that again around once a week. So it had been so long since I had washed my hair without deep conditioning that the first time I washed my hair without deep conditioning, the results were instant. Like, after that first wash day without using a deep conditioner, my hair felt so good. I literally remember it till this day. I remember how good my hair felt. I think I had used one of the Palmer's shampoos and conditioners, which I had got in a treasure chest box at the time. And I was like, damn, is it this conditioner or is it the fact that I didn't deep condition? But I kind of had a gut feeling that it was because I didn't deep condition. So yeah, even when I got out of the shower and my hair was still wet, it felt so much better, like stronger. And then when I had styled and dried my hair, my curls looked so good. And I was like, wow, deep conditioners have been playing me this whole time. The improvements were so obvious that I just knew it was because I did not deep condition my hair. And then that was reinforced by me experimenting with different shampoos and conditioners without using a deep conditioner, and I was still getting the same amazing results. So then I was like, cool, my hair doesn't like deep conditioners either, so I'm gonna completely stop deep conditioning my hair. So yeah, I was washing my hair once a week, shampooing and using a normal rinse out straight away type conditioner. I was loving life, my hair was great, my curls were popping, my hair was growing, my hair was just flourishing. But then eventually, so I was doing this for maybe like probably 2 months. So that is like 8 wash days. But then eventually there was like a slight decline in my hair. It started to feel a little bit dry, a little bit more brittle, and you know when you feel like your hair just needs a little boost. So then I was like, okay, cool, my hair is trying to tell me something. It feels dry, which it hadn't been in the past few weeks. So I was like, maybe now I need to deep condition my hair. So then I deep conditioned my hair and my hair felt back to feeling great. So then I was like, okay, my hair doesn't. So I was like, okay, so my hair does like deep conditioners, but it just doesn't like being deep conditioned all the time. So I was like, okay, I need to keep deep conditioners in my hair regimen, but I just need to reduce the amount and the frequency of which I use them. So once I kind of figured that out, it was a case of trial and error as to how often I needed to deep condition. So I experimented with deep conditioning every other wash day, every 3rd wash day, every 4th wash day, and I experimented with different types of deep conditioners, different brands, and you know, all of that. I was just experimenting. And anyway, I found 2 deep conditioners that I did really like. I will share those later on in the video. And I discovered that my hair likes to be deep conditioned. This is gonna sound so wild to some people, but my hair likes to be deep conditioned only once every 4 to 6 weeks. So that means basically once every 4 to 6 wash days. Now I basically let my hair tell me that it wants to be deep conditioned, and then I deep condition it. So if it gets to the point where it's feeling a little brittle, feeling a tiny bit dry, I'm like, okay, this wash day it's time to deep condition. Instead of prematurely deep conditioning it, and then my hair will tell me bitch, this is too soon. Because then it will be limp, it will feel mushy, and it just won't be, the curls won't be popping. So yeah, now I let my hair tell me that it wants to be deep conditioned, and then that's when I deep condition it. So yeah, basically, since cutting out co-washing, since cutting out, well, reducing deep conditioning, my hair since that point has been so healthy. It grows, I get hardly any breakage, my curls are popping. So yeah, my hair is the healthiest that it's ever been with my current routine of no co-washing and very infrequent deep conditioning. So let's talk about products. What are my favorite deep conditioners? And it's hard to say favorite co-wash, but the co-wash that I would personally recommend to those that do like co-washing. Okay, so my top 2 deep conditioners, and kind of the only deep conditioners that I actually use, are the Camille Rose Algae Renew Deep Conditioning Mask and the Bouclem Intensive Moisture Treatment. I love these 2 deep conditioners. I've used so many deep conditioners in my time, but these are the 2 that I find make my hair feel the best, feel and look the best. This Algae Renew, it makes my hair feel strengthened, and then this one makes my hair feel moisturized and soft. So I kind of alternate between the 2. So if I know that on the last time that I deep conditioned I use this one, then the next time I'll use this one. So I kind of bounce between the 2. For co-washes, I don't have any on my shelf because co-washes don't stay around here. They are not welcome. But I will put images on the screen of the co-washes that I recommend. They are all by As I Am. I found that the co-washes that worked best for me at the time, and the ones that I enjoyed using the most at the time when I was co-washing, were the As I Am co-washes. They have a few different ones in a few different ranges. My favorite one was this one, which is from their signature collection. It's the Coconut Co-Wash, I believe that's what it's called, but I'll put it on the screen. But they do have other ones as well. They have the one from the Long and Luxe line, and one from the Dry and Itchy Scalp range. So yeah, these 3 are the ones that I would recommend trying if you do like co-washes and you are looking for a co-wash recommendation. If there's one thing that you take from this video, it should be that you need to learn to listen to what your hair is telling you. If your hair is not doing what you want it to do, or doing what you feel like it should be doing, or it's not feeling right, it's not because there's something wrong with your hair. It's not because that you have bad hair. It's because you're not doing something quite right, and you need to make an adjustment in order to get your hair feeling the way that it should do. If your hair isn't acting right, it is trying to tell you something, and you need to listen, and you need to learn to recognize the changes that you need to make, and you need to be willing to persist at experimenting in order to find the one thing that it's trying to tell you. But yeah guys, let me know if you've had any sort of similar experiences to my hair journey. Let me know if you've had any like noticeable things where you've listened to your hair, you've made a change, and you've seen an improvement. I would be so interested to hear like other stories and other things about that. Let me know if you are team co-wash or team shampoo. Let me know how often you deep condition. You know, get talking in the comments, because you never know who you might help with your story as well. I hope this helps. I hope my story helps at least one of you guys, but if you share your stories as well, then we can help so many more people together. So I'd be super interested to read all of your stories as well, and I will be responding to every single one of you. But I hope you found this helpful. It has been a while since I have done a sit down talking to the camera hair related video. So hit the thumbs up button if you did like this video, to let me know that you want more of these. If you do want more of these types of, you know, sit down and talking about hair topics, if you want more of those types of videos, let me know what topics you want me to speak about in the comments below, and I will definitely do those. But yeah, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss my next videos. And yeah, I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.